Okay, this is a tutorial of how to basically factor trinomials using the modified diamond methods. When you have a trinomial that have like an like ax squared plus bx plus c, when you have a number other than 1 here, right? So when you have if you have a number a 1 here or something like this, x squared plus 11 plus 15, okay, you can use the regular diamond method. But when you have a number other than 1 here, you have to do the modified diamond method. So let me explain that. So in the modified diamond method, so this is my A, this is my B, and this is my C. So I'm gonna set up my diamond thing or my X thing, and instead of having like in the regular diamond method, the 15 is the product, right? Goes in here. Well, in this one, you're gonna do A times C. A times C. So which is basically 2 times 15, which is 30. So here it goes 30. And this one is the same thing, that's my addition. So the B is gonna be my addition. That's my B. So that's 11. So I already had it set up there. And now I'm gonna set up my binomial. This is another key point over here, even though it doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna be choosing this number here, okay? I'm gonna put it in both of my binomials. So 2 and 2. Right there and right there. See if we can see it? Yeah, we can see it. And then because we have x squared, that will be x and x, so 2x and 2x. Now, it doesn't make any sense for just some of you who say, Mr. Velosa, 2x times 2x doesn't give you 2x squared, it gives you 4x squared. Well, just bear with me, okay? Because that's why I call it a modified diamond method. Now, we got the setup over here, right? We need to find two numbers that multiply together, you get 30. But at the same time, when you add them, you get 11. So you're gonna be checking numbers, and those numbers are gonna be 6 and 5. 6 and 5. Why? Because 6 times 5 gives you 30, and 6 plus 5 gives you 11. So it checks. So I'm gonna put over here 6 and 5. Now this is not my answer, because if you multiply these two together using the FOIL method of the distributive property twice, you're not gonna get the top part over here. You're not gonna get this. So we need to modify it. We need to do something about it. So this is an extra step. So the extra step is we're gonna get rid of the greatest common factors of each one of them. So in this one over here, the greatest common factor of 2x plus 6 is gonna be 2. So you can factor out of 2. And if you factor out of 2, you get x plus 3. Because 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times 3 is 6. Yes. So we can have that. In this one over here, well, you can factor only a 1, so it's gonna stay the same. So 2x plus 5. Now, here comes the trick. We get rid of the greatest common factor, and the leftover is my answer. It's gonna be x plus 3 times 2x plus 5. And x plus 3 times 2x plus 5 is the factorization of 2x squared plus 11x plus 15. And you can use the FOIL method or the distributive property twice, and you will be able to get that, okay? I'm not gonna do it because I wanna do more examples. Simple, right? So let's try another one. So feel free to pause the video if you wanna try by yourself, but I'm gonna go over it. So again, this is my A, this is my B, this is my C. Set up everything. I know I have a 3x here, x squared, so I'm gonna set up my binomials. I'm gonna be using 3x and 3x because x times x is x squared, but I know that 3 times 3 is 9, so it doesn't work, but I'm gonna set it up so later on I can take out or eliminate one of the GCFs, so, okay? Or all the GCFs, or the greatest common factors. So I gotta set up. Now this is a positive and this is a negative. So because this is positive and this is negative, that means that this is gonna have, this value is gonna have the same sign, and those signs are gonna be negative. I know both numbers are going to be negative. Why? Because a negative times a negative is a positive, and a negative plus a negative is a negative. That's why. So AC. A times C. A times C is 3 times 14. And that is equal to 42. And B is going to be negative 23. So I'm looking for two numbers that multiply together, you get 42. But at the same time, when you add them, you get negative 23. And I know those two numbers are negative. And it's going to be negative 21 and negative 2. Negative 21 and negative 2. Now, this doesn't work, so I need to get rid of the GCFs, the greatest common factors, in order for me to have the proper binomials, right? So in this case, I can factor out a 3. So I'm doing the GCFs. I will have x minus 7. 3 times x is 3x, 3 times negative 7 is negative 21, so that's it. I get rid of that. And in this one over here, well, I can factor out 1, so it's going to stay the same. So 3x minus 2. And I have my answers. My factorization. X minus 7 times 3x minus 2. So this is kind of like a fast way to do this type of problems. Let's do one more. We got 6x minus x minus 1. Again, I set up the binomials, the initial ones. I have a 6 over here, so I'm going to have a 6 over here and a 6 over here, x squared, so that will be x and x. Because I have a negative there, I know that both signs are going to be different. Because when you multiply a positive times a negative, you get a negative. That's the only way you can get a negative. So one is going to be negative and the other one is going to be positive. Set up the diamond thing or the X thing. So A, remember, there is a B right there, that's a negative 1, and C. So A times C. So that will be 6 times negative 1, that will be negative 6. That's my product, right? And B is negative 1. So I need to look for two numbers that multiply together. You get negative 6, but when you add them, you get negative 1. And one of them is positive and the other one is negative. So positive and negative. So that will be negative 3 plus 2 probably. Let's just check that out. Negative 3 times 2, that's a negative 6, that's right. 2 minus 3, that's a negative 1, so it works. So negative 3 and positive 2. This is not done yet. I need to get rid of the GCFs. In this case, I can factor out a 3, and I will have 2x minus 1, because 3 times 2x is 6x, and 3 times negative 1 is negative 3, so that works. So I can eliminate that one. And in this one, yes, in this one I can also factor out a 2, and I will have 3x plus 1. 2 times 3x is 6x, 2 times 1 is 2, and I get rid of that one. So my factorization is going to be this left over here, these two binomials, and that's going to be 2x minus 1 times 3x plus 1. And that is my factorization for 6x squared minus 1x minus 1. Okay, this is a quick way to do it, and there is other methods that you can use and you can check in the internet, but this is the quickest. I think this is the best way. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me questions, and please don't forget to do the assignments.